Centre Seal. John, I call Senator Pocock.
Thank you, Acting Deputy President. I thank Senator Cass for this opportunity, and I welcome her concern for the health system in the Territory. I also thank Senator Canavan for his motion earlier for an inquiry, and I thank him. I know he has experience in the ACT. He has been to Calvary, and he does hold genuine concerns. But let's call this out for what it is. This is just wedge politics here. We finally have some concern for the Territory. Where's that been for the last 10 years? We've seen 12 city deals, not a single one to the ACT. We've seen our national institutions run down to the point where the roof is leaking. Our $6 billion of national collections at the National Gallery at risk from water leaking because the previous government didn't think that it was worth investing in Canberra. Now all of a sudden, they care. I circulated a motion earlier to actually say to the ACT government there should be an inquiry into this, because I believe there should. There are genuine concerns when it comes to the way that this has happened in the ACT. But stop trying to infringe on our Territory rights. These have been hard-fought rights as a Territory to stop the Commonwealth from reaching into our own affairs. An inquiry should happen, but it should happen at the Territory government level, where the Liberals, Labor and the Greens who sit on those committees will be able to probe, ask questions and find out about the concerns that have been raised by Canberrans, the concerns about the effect that this will have on the health system in the ACT, the concerns about consultation. We know that there are many challenges here in the ACT when it comes to our health system. We have one of the lowest GPs to population ratio in the country. It's lower than many rural and remote areas. That is something that the federal government can help out with. I have been making representations to the Health Minister, speaking to his office and the department of what can be done in that area, because it is of real concern to Canberrans, where we have one of the lowest bulk billing rates in the country, one of the biggest gap fees. Talk to Canberrans who are trying to find a GP or find a specialist. It's very hard to do. Those are genuine concerns. So whilst I appreciate that the opposition now is concerned about this, I do think there should be inquiry. I've written to the Chief Minister and the Health Minister asking them to consider an inquiry at the Territory level, but it is not for the Senate to reach into the Territory's concerns on something where there is actually no federal jurisdiction. I want to thank the number of people who have got in touch with, spoken to me around Canberra or sent emails, made phone calls to my office, both in support of this move by the ACT government and many others raising concerns about what this means for healthcare, the lack of consultation with doctors, what this potentially means for other religious-based organisations here in the ACT. These are all valid concerns, as I said, but the inquiry deserves to happen at the Territory level, as it happens in the other states. And for the opposition to be running this line that I am somehow against an inquiry, after writing to the Chief Minister, writing to the Health Minister, putting forward a motion to amend Senator Canavan's motion that would have had the President asking the ACT government to actually run an inquiry. I believe that that is the fitting role of the Senate here. The question remains, because that wasn't supported, does the opposition genuinely want an inquiry, or do you want 7 months to run your agenda? 7 months which will be 6 months after this has taken place, to be able to run your agenda? Are we actually about outcomes here and ensuring that Canberrans are heard? Or now that something's happened where you can see the wedge, are you going after it? Canberrans, people in the ACT, fought long and hard, 25 years, to overturn Commonwealth laws that constrained the territory. We're almost 500,000 people now. We are grown up enough to legislate for ourselves, and at the next territory election, people will be able to decide. My role as a federal representative is to advocate for the people of the ACT, not to reach into Legislative Assembly affairs and try and override things. And I would urge other senators in this place. There are so many issues that we have to deal with. So many. There's no shortage of issues. And today we're spending this time and time voting on a motion seeking to reach into matters that sit firmly with the territory.
Senator Pocock, do you want to move that motion standing in your name?
Thank you, Acting Deputy President. I move the motion in my name circulated in the chamber.
Thank you, Senator Pocock. I call Senator. Actually, I want to take the opportunity to congratulate you on not responding to any interjections from around the chamber. You were very orderly in your speech. Thank you very much, Senator Pocock. And I give the call to Senator Ruston.
Unlike the Labor Party during question time, Madam